Yo, what it do, man? Happy Sunday. It's your boy Jit Chronicles, you know what I'm saying? The Black Larry King, man. This is another episode of BLKTV. This is episode 10, you know what I'm saying? I'm your boy Jit Chronicles. Make sure you follow me on all social media. That's Facebook, Instagram, X, formerly known as Twitter. Shout outs to the subs, man. Look, my Chronics, we done had a good week. Subs, 33 subscribers, you know what I'm saying? Just added 2 new subscribers. Y'all keep subscribing, you understand what I'm saying? I'm looking for my mods. When we start opening up these chat rooms, man, I need my moderators to come in and do some regulating, you know what I'm saying? So salute to that, just salute. Also, big salutes, man. We've been doing BLKTV since June 1st. We have finally hit 10,000 views on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to say shout outs and a special thanks to everybody out there that's supporting me and the channel, you know what I'm saying? Just crazy, I ain't gonna dry bait too much, but I do got that cash out scrolling at the bottom, you know what I'm saying? So if you're feeling generous, you know what I'm saying, hit your boy up. Also, you know what I'm saying, it's October, B-Day, birthday, 31st of October on Halloween, you know what I'm saying? Your boy gonna be the big 43. I don't know, I might do a little video, whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? So it's safe to say that Scorpio season is upon us, you know what I'm saying? So man, we just got it all going on, god damn it. Also bookings, if you like to be a guest on BLKTV, you know what I'm saying? You can email us at grindhard904@gmail.com, or if you like me to host something that you got going on, any events, any podcast, you can get at the same email. Again, all bookings for BLKTV, man. Make sure you get to grindhard904@gmail.com, man. Serious replies only. Nevertheless, team, big show for y'all tonight. I got somebody on this that I go way back. I mean, I've seen this dude journey, and I feel like he's been doing it. I've been in the game 14, 15 years. He might have been doing it a little bit longer, you know what I'm saying? So my guest for tonight, you know what I'm saying? He a hustler, he a creator, he a visionary, AI content creator. What the fuck he don't do, you know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, it's your boy, serial entrepreneur, man. We got motherfucking JR the Hustler in the building. What it do, fam, blam? All right, look, I'm getting ready. What's going on?
Yo. What's good, man? Just finishing up a cut for the night, so my bad, you know what I mean? I had to jump in on your interview whenever.
You got to get it right, you know what I'm saying? I expect nothing less, JR.
You already. But I'm here. I made it.
How you feeling tonight, brother? You know what I'm saying? What's good with you? How you feeling on this Sunday night?
Just motivated, man. You know what I mean? Like every day we get a chance to wake up, you know what I mean? It's another day for us to be productive. So I'm just really excited for the night. We're having another big Sunday night tonight at Cigar City Club. So if y'all in Atlanta, pull up, grown folks vibes, you know what I'm saying? Get you a cigar, get you a drink, and come vibe with us. Everybody free, you know what I mean? And, we getting ready for the night, man.
Yeah, that's what's up. And let me tell you something, bro. You just answered. That was my first question, because you always got something going on. You always at an exclusive party. I was damn sure going to ask where the party at tonight, you know what I'm saying? But you just plugged it out there, you know what I'm saying? So that's what's up. That's what it is. JR, let me ask you this. Is that something that y'all do every Sunday? Is that an every Sunday thing?
Yeah, so every Sunday night, you know what I'm saying? We got the cards going, so we play spades, pokers, dominoes. We might throw in some Jenga and some Uno in there, kind of an adult game night, you know what I'm saying? It happens in Sandy Springs area in Georgia. So like I said, again, if y'all in Georgia, follow me on the gram, JR the Hustler, you know what I mean? Got all the information on there, where the location is, address, the phone number to call if you're trying to get a section, you know what I mean? And pull up. It's free, so you ain't got no excuse not to pull up. You know what I mean?
Real, man, and I love that.
Shouts out to my barber C, by the way. You know what I mean? CC the barber. Pull up on you. You know what I mean? Pull up on you.
Some work.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Pull up on you. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all check them out, man. But yeah, this is what we do, man. We hustlers, man. We can't let the day stop. You know what I mean? So
absolutely. Well, brother, I like just to start off the interview by saying I got great respect for you. You know what I'm saying? Being an entrepreneur, being a business owner, you have your hands in so many pots. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, I want you to tell us a
Appreciate you.
little bit about your company, Hussla Vision ENT. You know what I'm saying? What that all entails, man.
Yeah, man. So, for those that don't know, I was dealing with the entertainment a few months back with a particular artist. I'm not going to name names. But, upon my separation from that, I got into doing the AI creation. And also on the real life side, I do have a show that we're working on coming out called What You Know Good, which is a comedy black game show, trivia comedy black game show. So make sure y'all look out for that. It's gonna be filmed in Jacksonville as well. So we'll be looking for actors, people that want to be on the show. Yeah, make sure y'all tap in with myself. Get y'all plugged in. It's gonna be a real good time. But Hustler's vision, man, it's basically, it started with the AI content because everything that I create comes from my vision. I'm the hustler, so it's a hustler's vision. You know what I mean? We got the Hustlers podcast. We got, No Success Without Struggle, the clothing brand. So it's like anything that's tapped in with hustling. I don't care if it's a 9 to 5. I don't care if you're working at McDonald's. I don't care what you're doing to provide for you and yours. As long as that's you staying out of trouble or you ain't trying to hurt nobody, that to me is a hustler. You know what I mean? Forget all the street shit or whatever the case may be, but that's what Hustlers Vision Entertainment stands for. It's gonna be entertainment, but you know what I mean? It's a part of the hustle at the same time. And it's my vision, so it's Hustlers Vision. So yeah, make sure y'all look out for my visions.
That's what's up. Hey, that's what it is. And again, I give you nothing but respect because as long as I've known you over all of the years, man, you always had your hands in something. And I kind of want to go back to the clothing brand a little bit too. No Success Without Struggle, which
Sure.
is one of my sisters. For folks out there who don't know, I've known Diva Ebony B for a very long time.
Shouts
Man,
out
she
to
got
Miss
all your
B. Yeah.
yeah. So, Jr., could you tell us a little more about that? Like, if somebody want to purchase something from the clothing brand, and then, bro, how did that all start? How did you get into branding and marketing?
Well, marketing has just been, I don't know, it's just been prone to me. You know what I'm saying? I've always been pushing something, you know what I mean? Whether it's, back when I was in high school, promoting little high school parties, it was always me pushing something. So the No Success Without Struggle brand came from, I was dealing with people, shit went left basically. And I kept saying to myself, like, damn, there's no fucking success without struggle. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And it just hit me like, you know what I mean? You can't, I mean, yeah, there's people that have success, you know what I'm saying? But those people that already been born into success don't really know what success feels like because they've already been into it. You know what I mean? For a person that has to come from the ground, from the struggle, from, going through all types of bad relationships and all that good stuff, and then to make it to a point where you feel successful, that to me is a person that went through the struggle and the success. So it's like no success without struggle. Like in order to really get success, if you wasn't born with it, you're gonna go through some struggles. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So you can't have that success coming from where we come from. You know what I'm saying? Without going through the struggle. You get what I mean? Whatever the struggle is, you might have baby mama drama, baby daddy drama. You got fucking, whatever it is you're going through, it's, I mean, it's going to be a struggle to get there, but as long as you stay at it, you're going to make it to where you need to be. Everybody's version of success is different. There's levels to success and where
Yeah.
people want to be. You know what I'm saying? So don't, if you want to be the person that just owns your own house and moved on with your life and you happy and you stayed at your job and you retire and live your life after retirement, then cool. But there's other people in this world that want more out of life. I'm
Yeah.
just one of those people. So I know that it ain't gonna take just one means of income for me to get what I really want. You know what I
No.
mean? I want a
Yeah.
house with a quarter-mile drag strip on my property. You know what I'm saying? Like I want some big shit. So I know I'm not gonna get there working for nobody. You get what I'm saying? So
That's real.
you got to work for somebody to get to that stepping stone. But if you have your mindset that this is not where your end is, you're gonna be all right. Just keep pushing out. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the brand come from. Is and then why not put it on some material that everybody could wear? Kids could wear that, adults could wear that. You know what I'm saying? People that's successful could wear that. So it's just a slogan that stuck with me because it's a repetition of my life. You know what I mean? Like every day.
No doubt, no doubt. And the shit fire too. I'm not gonna cap. It's fire. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you.
So folks, make sure y'all check that out. So, bro, let me ask you
As
this.
far as where they can get it, you can look
Yeah.
at it on Instagram, nsws.clothing. You can DM my people on there that hit you up. You can let them know what you want. I had the little, forget what it's called. Um, I forget the shit that people use for the e-commerce or whatever, but it just wasn't working out like the way the orders are coming in and the way it was set up. So I just stopped that. So I had people dealing with them personally. So you hit them up on the DMs, we'll get you right, get you shipped out. Miss
Smart
Diva
move.
was one of the peoples that know how I get down when it comes to
Yeah.
that. And you can hit me up personally. Like, I'm not no stranger, you know what I'm saying? So follow me on the gram, DM me if you want some merch, let me know what it is, and we'll get it out to you. Everything is made to order, so I don't have shit just sitting around. So if you want something, just know that you're gonna be the first person to rock and wear what you got.
That's real. That's
And I
100.
got some of the merch. Matter of fact, if you want in my closet in there, can you grab it? It's a white hoodie in there. I'm gonna show you a piece of one of
Yeah, no, that's
the
definitely what's
items that
up.
I got. It's hoodie
Because I
season,
wanted
so
to tell you this too. That's the first thing came out of LB mouth. She was like, "This is some quality shit." You know what I'm saying? So,
you
so I'm already know.
you breaking up. You're breaking up.
You can you can hear me now?
Yeah, you good.
Okay,
Appreciate
all
it.
right.
So this is one of my hoodies right here. You know what I mean?
Quality.
Y'all can check that out.
I
Got
fucks
the
with it.
stitching on the sleeve to match. So we working, man. You know what I mean? It's got the abbreviation on the back. We working. You know what I mean? We working. So holla at me. Get your merch. You know what I mean? We gonna get you a way to get it. That's all. You know what I'm saying? I'm a one-man team. I got a couple of people help me here and there, but I gotta pick people wisely. You know what I'm saying? I'm just tired of dealing with people that pick opportunity over loyalty. You know what I mean? So we'll go into stuff like that later on.
Yeah, definitely. I do got some questions about that. All right, now let me ask you this, good brother, because I don't know. My microphone had me in the matrix for a minute. But
Yeah, it
you
was
got the
like the internet. I think it was the internet. It sounded like it was
oh, all
chopping
right.
up, but you good now.
You got the clothing brand, Hustle Vision
Yeah.
ENT, AI
Mm-hmm.
content creator. You do so many things. I want to ask you, how do you balance it all?
It sounds crazy, but I'm from New York, man. So that
Okay.
kind of balance you already been born with and stole with. You know what I mean? Because in New York you got to pay about $2,500 for a shitty ass apartment. So you ain't gonna just do that with just one job. So I was having to work a job, work a little side hustle, do what I do on the side. Like it's just been in me. So it's hard to say like how I can balance it because the balance has already been there all my life. You know what I mean? Like, and when it comes to balancing things, when it's something that you want and you're dealing with, your focus is going to be there. So it's not hard to balance what you really want to do. You know what I mean? Like, I could take time with social media and the internet and all the technology. Like, most of my AI videos I make from my phone, so I could be making them on the go or in the barbershop or wherever. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. It's just technology for real. And just being focused and having that time. If you don't got the time to be able to do it, you won't be able to balance nothing. So you got to manage your time wisely. We all get 24 hours in a day, so you know what I mean. You got to balance it out.
That's real. No, that's definitely real. And that's another lead into my next question,
Prime
bro.
example. I came to make it for your interview in the middle of a cut, so it's like
I know.
I gotta
And
you
you about
make
to
it
go to a
happen. How
party.
you have you know what I mean? You
That's
gotta
how I
make
be
it
on
work.
Twitter.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's how it is. So Jared, let me ask you this: what advice would you give to a person? They got that hustle, they got that drive. You know what I'm saying? But they not quite sure which way to go. You know what I'm saying? Uh, what piece of advice would you give to that person?
I would say first off, just know that always to give yourself credit for the shit that you're doing. You know what I mean? A lot of the times, like you're gonna be doing stuff and you're not gonna like be reaping the benefits of it. So you're gonna feel like, damn, this ain't working. You know what I mean? But if you're passionate about what you're doing, just make sure you stay at it. Make sure your people around you is solid. You know what I'm saying? And just stay at it. You know what I mean? Like that's really all I could tell you to do, man. Like I'm not no guru at this shit. Like every day is a learning experience when you in this shit. So if you stay at it, consistency is the key to anything. Anything
I'll
that
wait
you
for
want
you
to
to say
make it into life, you got to be consistent with it. So you
it.
can't start something today and it don't work out 2 days from now and you want to give up, like then it's not something you really wanted to do. You got to stay consistent in what you're doing and where your focus is at. So you might have a whole bunch of different things going on, but at the end of the day, make sure you got an end goal to where all of that is going to just stop and you're going to be living in one track. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
just stay consistent, stay focused, and don't listen to the people that don't think that it's going to work. You know what I'm saying? Like you cannot have anybody tell you something unless they live the experience and know what it is and they can give you some advice towards it. But just stop listening to people, stop allowing people to just control your life and your mental, and have your mental in the right state. You know what I mean? Like that's all I can do really and say is like focus on you and your mental and the people around you and just stay consistent.
I like how you worded that, brother, because JR, I want to be honest. I do just feel like, and I'm not going to even say it's just the younger generation. I feel like we do live in a world in today's society where people honestly think shit gonna happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like putting something in the microwave and 5 minutes is done, and that's not how it works. And you know, I can definitely speak to it. I know you can speak to it. Being consistent, it takes you pretty far. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I like the way you worded that answer. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's with anything. You know what I mean? We're working out with, you know, anything that you set yourself up to do in life. You know, if you don't stay consistent, and the problem with people thinking it happens overnight is because they see all these people that make it, but nobody talks about what they've done before they got there. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm the type of person you're gonna see what I'm doing as I'm going to get to where I'm at. So by the time I'm there, y'all gonna already know, like, yeah, he was doing this, he was working this, he was doing that to get him to where, and it took him whatever. You get what I'm saying? So like a lot of people, they just see the glitz and glamour that most of the time may not even be real. You get what I'm saying? But they just see that, and it seems like it happened overnight. But them people been working, putting in work, maybe overseas or doing this over here. If you're doing, you know what I mean, like that grunt work that people are not seeing. Yeah. And once they actually see the person lit, they go like, oh, I could do that. And then they get into it and do it for a month and be like, nah, ain't no way. You know what I mean? But I tell y'all this, the streamers got the key right now. So if anything, if you're doing anything, tap into streaming somehow, some way, some sort of fashion. Tap in, streaming.
Yeah, definitely. Ain't that the truth? All right.
Shout out to the streamers. I don't, you know what I mean? I get into the streaming life, but you know, me personally, I don't like doing the camera shit. I like being behind the scenes. I do it, you know, when it's necessary. And you know, this is just one of those reasons. You know what I mean? My boy Jit hit me. I came through, and that's what it is. I don't, you know, you're not gonna get too many interviews out of me. So, you know, Jit got the exclusive.
That's real. Hey, all right. And speaking of exclusive, now, cause look, I had to take a little sip. The cognac, goddamn it, cause Mark about to come out. But JR, I want to be real now because I want to go into these questions that I'm about to ask you now on some real shit. You know, you know, we ain't got to say no names. If you don't want to answer anything, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Jit, shut the fuck up, my brother. We ain't gonna go there. You know what I'm saying? But I want to see how I word this. Seeing what I saw, you know what I'm saying? Kind of broke my heart a little bit because when you so used to seeing something that's so solid and so real, and that not only inspired myself and others, it was kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? So we don't got to put no names on it, man. But I'm gonna just ask like this: what happened? And if you want to give the folks a reference to what, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm here to ask the way you know what I'm saying, without doing too much.
Yeah, without doing too much, you know what I mean? Because I'm at a point where, you know, obviously my shit done scaled after that happened anyway. So, you know, it shows who God's favor is with. But it's in shorter terms, you know, you have an individual, everybody who knows who I was working with, you know what I mean? We're not going to give them no clout, but everybody knows who I was working with. You have an individual who has another individual in their life. People may know. And to those that know me personally, and Jit, I'll send you the letter, like word for word of what was sent to those two individuals about me, to where that's where the shit kind of like went left. You get what I'm saying? So basically, you have a director who's a part of all these film projects that you're putting this one particular person in. That particular person notices that that's their main opportunity is working with that person, right? So this particular person, the director over here, writes a letter to those two individuals, the girl and the guy that, you know, About me. It started off as an opinion, but just ran off into like just basically trying to bash me. JR is this, that, and the third. He's unprofessional. He's an embarrassment. Well, whatever. You get what I'm saying? And I'll show you the letter so you know I'm not bullshitting. Like it was so bad because they were trying to convince me like that I was tripping to where I had to take the physical letter that was written about me, put the shit in Chat GBT and say, yo, what do you think about this? Like, because I know I'm not tripping for acting the way that I am. So in shorter terms, for me, in my state, the way that I've been brought up, you get what I'm saying? If something like that was said about another person behind their back, especially if somebody that you've known for fucking years, everybody knows for years, right? And your automatic response wasn't nothing other than, well, we're sorry you feel this way about JR, but we're going to go ahead and part ways here. We've done some work together and go our separate ways. Because this man is telling them, like, yo, we're not going to work with you if you're still working with him. Like, in a lighter sense, it's like a defamation situation, but I'm not petty. I'm not going to waste time, money into resources to try to sue people who I know that don't have the money. You get what I mean? So at the end of the day, that's what really made me go off, because it's like, okay, well, what was y'all response to that? You get what I mean? It's kind of like people talking shit behind your back to people that you've known for years. Mm-hmm. What are they going to do? You get what I mean? So I'm more mad at the director, because now you put my people that I've known for a while, especially her for years, in a position to where now they got to, you know what I'm saying, basically choose the opportunity over the loyalty. And that's basically the route they chose. So when I saw that, I'm not going to suck no dick for no opportunity. I don't give a fuck how many movies you put in this motherfucker. I don't care. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, y'all decided to do that. I decided to do this. And everybody could see what's the this happening for me and what's that happening for them. You know what I mean? So without any shade, it is what it is now at the end of the day. But I'm cool. You know what I mean? Like I said, I done scaled since that happened. I've got several opportunities going on for me. So, it's no love lost. I just hate the fact that it's a prime example of what happens in that industry. You know what I'm saying? People that, are stringing on to whatever, you know what I mean, last little, like, to me, and the reason why it doesn't matter to me, because never gave a fuck about being famous. I don't care for being in the cameras or none of that shit. So the AI shit came in perfect timing for me, because it's like, okay, boom, now I can put my creations into reality without having to go get an actor, without having to go get a producer, director, do this, editor, da. I could just boop, you know what I'm saying? And it shows where the creativity came from on that side of the party. So, like I said, God knows what he's doing. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And I just got one more follow-up question to that, bro. When shit like that does happen, does that deter you from working with like close friends? Or do that make you look at shit in a different lens?
I mean,
that makes sense what I'm saying.
It don't, because in a way you're gonna deal with that shit regardless. The only thing I can say is paperwork is must. I don't give a fuck if I've known you for years or yesterday. I'm gonna still have paperwork on you. Yeah. So I'm not fazed about the situation on a financial standpoint, because me and Shorty already had paperwork, you know what I'm saying, getting me right when it comes time for them movies. But at the end of the day, that's all I can say, is because you might as well just expect it. You know what I mean? And then when you can expect it, then you have your ducks in a row when it happens, or if it does not happen. Because it's not to say that, that's always going to happen. But why not, pray for the best, but be prepared for the worst.
Yeah, I agree. So, all right. We're going to move right along, JR. Everybody who I bring up, broski, especially if, you was on Ground Hard Radio, or if you was a guest co-host, a friend to the show, or whatever the case may be. So I do got a Ground Hard Radio question for you. It's a twofold question, because believe it or not, JR, a lot of people, since the show been off the air, they start asking me, was the show scripted? So this is a two-part question. Have you ever been told while you was on the cast of Ground Hard Radio, were you ever told anything to say? And then I also want to know, what was your overall experience being on Ground Hard Radio?
First off, never. If you listen to the show, that's how you can tell who actually listens to the show or not, because you can't make the shit up that we were doing on that show. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So no, I was never told what to say, what to do. Maybe I might have asked, is this cool or that? Like today, I asked, was this cool to do? Da da da. But no, there was never a time where it was like, no, we can't say this or we can't touch on that. You know what I mean? So nah, and it was always love. You know what I mean? I feel love because I'm with a bunch of people that's grinding. So I'm always going to be gravitated to people that's on their grind, on their hustle, and that's why I came on Groundhog Radios because I knew it was a bunch of people on there that was hustling. I mean, we had a shitload of cast members and hosts. You know what I mean? So it was definitely
Man,
love.
love and hip hop around this motherfucker.
It was definitely love.
That's
Shouts
what's
out
up.
to everybody. I don't even want to say names because I know it was too many of them. But shouts out to everybody that was on the show, Groundhog Radio, that was hosting when I was on there.
Yeah,
That was when not on there, whenever. You know what I mean? Like it was a lit time. I love Groundhog Radio, and I'm
that's
gonna
what's
love
up.
Black Larry King TV right now. I'm glad
That's
you
what.
came to this realm and you stepping outside your boundaries like
Yeah,
I
man.
do doing these
Definitely,
interviews. So
definitely,
salute
man.
to you on that, bro.
Yeah. Hey, well, I appreciate that, brother. Like you say, you got to step out your comfort zone sometime, and it ain't bad. You know what I'm saying, man? I'm doing pretty good for myself. But JR the Hustler, it's all about you tonight. Now, I see the background because it's been scuttlebutt about the Hustler podcast. And now that I see the background too, so that was one of my questions I was going to ask. Like, would you ever do a podcast? But you stated earlier, like, so if when it does come out, JR, you going to be just behind the scene as a producer and might have a crew, or I'm going to just be like this. I think you should host it. I think you should host the shit. I'm just saying.
Nah, it's it's been a
I
lot
gotta
of
give you
chatter
credit.
on
You
what I'm gonna
always
do.
behind the scenes, brother. You know what I'm saying? And you look good on the scenes. So I think
I
you should go
appreciate
for
you.
it. And that's just
I
me
appreciate
personally.
it. I mean, yeah, no, when I actually officially do, I don't know if people noticed, but I've already started like putting out little stuff with the Hustlers podcast, but in an AI form. So I got like babies on a podcast set, and it says the Hustlers podcast behind them and shit like that to kind of like ramp people up to get to know what I'm going to be personally talking about. As far as like this setup right here, like the location might not be where I'm going to do it at. So I'm trying to decide where I actually want to do it at. Do I want to have it in a bigger studio so where I can
Mm-hmm.
have multiple guests? Because I want to talk to the hustlers. You know what I mean? I want to talk to the 9 to 5 workers. I want to talk to the people that are getting out here and not making up excuses to do what they do every day. And then talk about the shit that I do because there's a lot of stuff that I do that people don't see. You know what I'm saying? That I want to get to tell them about so they can be like, damn, well, he's able to do all of that. Like people don't even know I still work a 9 to 5 job. You get what I'm saying? It's just a discrete job that people don't know about. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm still able to do that, do my side hustles, do these interviews, do the clubs. Like if you have the real drive to be a hustler, it's gonna be in you to do it. You know what I mean? So that's what we're talking about on the Hustlers podcast. But it'll be coming soon. Just look out. Look at the AI videos that I'm dropping, so you guys will kind of start to see where I'm going with that as well.
No doubt, no doubt, folks. Make sure y'all go and check that out, brother. I know you got this event you got to get to, but I got a couple more questions for you, Jr. This is like the
We
promo
good.
time, man, where you get
We
your
good. We
plugs,
good.
get your links, what you're working on. You know what I'm saying? Talk to the folks right now. Bless them. Where can we find you on social media and all that good stuff?
Yeah, facts. First and foremost, again, I want to give a shout out to my barber, CC Craig, you know what I'm saying, for pulling up on me. If you're in the Sandy Springs area, pull up. I'll give you out an address. What? She's on Booksy. She's on Booksy. CC Craig, CECE Craig, is on Booksy. My barber, hit him up. Me, JR the Hustler. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere you can find me. And if you find me on Instagram, I have links to everything else that I'm tapped into. I got the Silverback Hustlers. That's where it's just all like jungle content. You know what I
That's
mean?
dope.
So it's like
Dope.
I got the Yetis, I got the Silverback Gorillas, I got raccoons and fucking squirrels. Like it's all like a hustler's jungle. You know what I mean? Where they got their own little trap house. They doing their thing. So y'all make sure y'all check out Silverback Hustlers. That's also on TikTok. And like I said, if you find me, JR the Hustler, you'll find everything else you need to find. Everything is linked to me. So, yeah.
No doubt, no doubt. And my last question to you tonight, good brother, I want to know: do you got any last words or shout outs you want to throw out there to your people or to your supporters?
Well, first and foremost, shouts out to Black Larry King TV for having me. You
Appreciate
know what I'm
that, man.
saying? My man Jit been knowing me for years, so it's definitely an honor to be on your new platform. Shouts out to my family, all my supporters, everybody that's on my Instagram. You know, I honestly went from 3,000 in August to now touching 12,000, almost 13,000 followers. So to all of you guys that are fucking with the content, I appreciate y'all. I'm doing this for y'all. Make sure y'all can catch me every Sunday night at Cigar City Club out here in Atlanta, Sandy Springs. Y'all pull up, follow me on the gram, know what we got going on. If you play spades, you play poker, you play dominoes, I want to see you at them tables. You know what I mean? Shit talking is definitely a must. Good times is definitely a must. You know what I mean? We have a good time, grown folk energy. And, you know, again, shouts out to Larry King TV, Black Larry King TV. And it's your boy, and I'm out of here, man. I'm here.
That's what it is. Hey, look, JR, you know you found, man, so you welcome back. You know, keep us posted. You know, all that good stuff. But I just appreciate you taking time out your busy schedule tonight to come talk to folks and bless the folks over here at BLKTV, man. So, again, salute and keep grinding, bro. You got this. I ain't even got to tell you. You know what I'm saying?
That ain't, yeah, I'm about to say that ain't going I can't stop, man.
Yeah,
man. Man. Appreciate y'all.
Thanks for coming through, JR. I appreciate you.
Already.
That's what's up. That's what it is. Oh, man. God damn it. Good interview tonight. You know what I'm saying? BLKTV. I'm going to tell y'all, I was going to talk about Diddy a little bit, but I ain't got all my shit set up like how I wanted it. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't pull the story and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we'll probably do that because, you know, they say that nigga. Y'all know they say that nigga was booted and tooted down to the courtroom. You know what I'm saying? So we'll talk about that next Sunday. I think we got the Political Corner episode with your boy C.I. Cobra Immortal. So hopefully he'll be in the building. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk a little about Diddy and all that craziness going on. He got 4 years, which I said that, and I said he'll serve about 2.5. But like I said, we'll talk a little bit more about that. And then I wanted to hit y'all real quick. The content room. I'm working on it. You understand what I'm saying? My ass supposed to got in there this weekend. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Job got me all kind of crazy. Then the week before I had to go down to Gainesville, you know, just a whole bunch of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't able to get into the content room like how I wanted to, but setting it up. We got the sofa in there. I got to put the TVs up. I need a dresser. I'm waiting on some backdrops. I got my sister, Miss Chief. She working on a couple of things for me. You know what I'm saying? So y'all will see the progress of the content room. And if not by the next episode of BLK TV, then the following episode, I should be in the content room. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up with that. Good show tonight. Good energy from your boy JR the Hussla. Make sure y'all go and follow him. You know what I'm saying? Again, thank y'all for tuning in to BLK TV. You know what I'm saying? 10,000 views on motherfucking YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment. I appreciate y'all. This has been another episode of BLK TV. I'm your boy Jit Chronicles. Thanks for watching.
Hard time, BT 803. What up, Trap nigga? This is Carolina movie. Let's go. Carolina, home of the Gamecocks, SMA. All the mafioso, hard time, ENT 803. Long live Angie Stone. Male legacy live on. I'm a fly brother, I'm a G.O.D. and that's my word is bomb. Sam B mixing, qualified, I'm lyrically gifted. From the METRO, we call it Metro, where we hit them switches. And I ain't talking about a low ride. When they push them buttons, better stay inside. When you cross the state line, in the power metal, they don't waste no time. I used to hustle at the park, you win. Oh no, man, pushing that game. Push the game, cause it ain't the same. These niggas done made it lame. You ain't gotta hype me up. I'm built to last all by myself.